Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And so I have almost just about every Pixel device that was ever released, with a couple missing, including the latest Pixel 8. But I wanted to make this video outlining the Pixel 6a versus the Pixel 5a, as these are two devices that are released by Google, made to be budget friendly. However, they have very similar attributes, I guess you could say, but there is a slight difference, and you can really tell where Google was going with the A series. When you look at the Pixel 6a, it boasts the Tensor G1 chip, the same chip that you'll find in the Pixel 6. Whereas it comes to the Pixel 5a, it's got a Snapdragon 765G, which is a mid-range chip, yes, and a lot of people kind of focus on that and kind of look at it like, okay, well, it's got a mid-range chip in the 5a, but you got to remember the Pixel 5 launched with the Snapdragon 765G as well. So basically having the similar chip. When you look back at previous A series compared to its flagship brethren, there was always a slight difference in the chipset. So the 5A actually was the first one to pretty much have the same chip as its flagship partner. But with that being said, there are a couple of things here. The Pixel 5a is slightly held back just by its compatibility with carriers. Now, I've used Mobile X in it. I've used Boost Infinite T-Mobile Access, and I've used Boost Infinite AT&T Access in it. And of course, the downside to the 5a is that with AT&T no longer supports NSA 5G. So because VoNR's not turned on with the Pixel 5a, if you were to put in the AT&T Infinite Access SIM card, it will just only connect to LTE. So there is a bit of a limitation as far as carrier compatibility with the Pixel 5a, whereas the 6a is compatible with just about any carrier that is out there. Whether you go with Boost Infinite, Boost Mobile, Cricket Wireless, Metro by T-Mobile, Mobile X, Visible, any of those companies, and it's going to work with it so long as it's the unlocked model. Um, Now, as far as battery life between these two, battery life has actually been a lot better on the Pixel 5a than the 6a, and that's obviously, just because of the size of the battery that's in the 5a. The 5a was pretty much built to just give you about everything of a Google Pixel experience, but also to kind of give you longevity throughout the day with the larger size battery. But the 6a is no slouch in power in itself. You can make it through a whole day with both of these devices on a single charge, depending on how you're using devices. Now, if you're doing a lot of gaming, you'll definitely probably need to top up the 6a. The 5a will still make it through a day with the type of gaming that you're doing, unless you're like doing some massive heavy extensive gaming. Well, then of course, yeah, it's going to kill the battery on both of these. um Now, they're both running Android 14, so the Pixel 5a is still supported, which is great. You get that same experience. And the selfie cameras, they do fairly well when it comes to taking photos on either one. So, we didn't really see a significant change in the camera systems until the Pixel 7a. So the 6a just pretty much kind of like follows along the traditions of the previous generations and their camera sensors. Um, with that being said, now, the display between both of these devices, I've got to say this, that the display looks a little better on the Pixel 5a than it does to the 6a. Not saying that the 6a's display is just totally crap. It's just a little bit more vibrance on the Pixel 5a. When it comes to photos, which I'll share the samples of both of these, but you can see that the photo department, it does fairly well. You get some really good shots with the Pixel 6a, and you're going to get some very good shots with the Pixel 5a. Loving the fact that the 5a, the photos that come out of it are just nice and vibrant. Video is also pretty good on both these devices. If you're going to be using it for like vlogging and stuff like that, you should have no problems. Um, so yeah, in all, there's not really too much of a difference between both these devices, other than the chipsets that they use, and just design language and everything like that. But other than that, they're both great options.